All right, let me get rid of this. Um, Let me put the camera up. Um, I've been meaning to do this. I keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. So today is finally the day to do it. Today I'm going to be rebooking um, the Bayley This Is Your Life segment. Um, WWE's idea was okay, but in a fantasy world, I want to see if it would work my way. So let's do this. If you like videos like this, leave a like and subscribe. Um, Videos uploaded weekly. So this was hosted by Alexa Bliss. Um, she orchestrates the segment, but her intent is more a malicious way and less a goofy way. She stands to provoke Bayley's aggression, believing the hugger persona is a fraud and that a single mean streak is not enough to challenge her. So at this point, Bayley has already shown she is willing to get extreme, but is still a sympathetic babyface. So her character is evolving, but she hasn't quite shed her innocence yet. Um, so let's talk about the segment here. Um, this is a sincere, sentimental start. Um, Alexa Bliss introduces the segment, playing up the sentimental aspects of Bayley's life. She shows a slideshow of wholesome photos of Bayley as a child, um, setting a Ciceron tone, um, setting a tone, put it to you that way. The crowd expecting a swerve is initially uncomfortable, but the segment feels generally nice for the first 30 seconds. The first guest is Bayley's childhood friend, so Alexa Bliss brings her out, she brings out a former childhood friend of Bayley, played by an NXT talent. Um, so the friend talks about how kind and caring Bayley was. However, the friend also talks about Bayley's quiet, intense competitiveness. The friend recounts a story of losing a backyard wrestling match to a much younger Bayley, who refused to quite who refused to quiet and was almost scary in her intensity. I always botch the words. I don't know why I do that. I get nervous before every episode, so I am kind of nervous doing this. Um, I shouldn't be nervous. I've been doing this since fucking August. This like, what the fuck? I should be a pro by now. So let's talk about the turn here. The betrayal begins. Bliss laughs at the story, dismissing it as cute. Alexa Bliss brings out a second guest, Bayley's high school boyfriend, again another NXT talent or enhancement talent. Another NXT bum. This guest brings up the story of Bayley's dad interrupting their kiss, as in the original segment. How much did they pay these people to do this? Not much. So the reveal of the core wound before the kiss. However, the ex-boyfriend reveals that Bayley had a collection of wrestling action figures, including one of Sasha Banks, which doesn't make any sense because Sasha Banks didn't even get into business around then. Really? That's dumb. Sasha Banks? This is where the This Is Your Life segment makes no fucking sense. No sense. Another one of Vince McMahon's dumb ideas. Sounds like a Bruce Pritchard idea, but it's dumb. It's fucking dumb. So she would she would talk to every night. He adds that Bayley refused to date him until he could recite the names of all the divas from the Ruthless Aggression era. This reveals Bayley's deep insecurity that her identity as a fan was the only thing that made her feel complete. So the ex-boyfriend claims he dated her simply to get closer to the more popular girls, which every guy does every now and then. They use somebody, they start to date them, and then just to get closer to the popular women. It happens all the time. Um, I've seen it. So Bayley, as a little girl, had a Sasha Banks action figure. That does not make any sense. No, no sense. Instead of a Sasha Banks action figure, she could have said a Macho Man Randy Savage figure. What her this whole storyline is so dumb. Dumb. So the breaking point, Bliss then reveals her final guest. The women who impersonated Sasha Banks and attacked Bayley during their match. The imposter comes out, but she's wearing a mask and a wig, identical to the one worn during the attack. Bayley's furious, attacks the women, but Bliss catches her off guard. So the beatdown and the turning point would be Bliss and her henchwomen beat Bayley down with a kendo stick. That's the way I would do it. Which is the setup for the Extreme Rules match. Bayley is beaten, but she has a look of intensity in her, and she's determined and she's angry. She manages to grab the kendo stick, and as Bliss and her henchwomen retreat, Bayley smashes the kendo stick against the ring post, splintering it and sending a powerful message to Bliss. She attacks nothing and she has nothing to lose and is willing to go to the extreme. That's the way I would do it if I was a booker. Um, so um, rationally for the rebooking, I would like if I'm rebooking this, I would look for a more deeper character motivation. So the rebook segment doesn't just ridicule Bayley, it explores the roots of her insecurities. That's the way I would do it if I were rebooking this. It shows that her wholesome persona is a coping mechanism for her deeper anxieties about losing, not being enough. This makes her sympathetic while also giving her a credible reason for turning more aggressive. Empowering ending. So what I would do for the empowering ending would be, instead of being left in the ring beaten and embarrassed, Bayley ends the segment with an action that demonstrates her newfound forcity. She isn't just a victim, she's a woman who has been pushed to her breaking point and is now ready to fight. So the better integrated story would be the segment builds on existing storylines, such as the Sasha Banks imposter, rather than introducing random, irrelevant characters. That's the way I would rebook that. Um, Makes sense, right? So let's talk about the increased stakes here. The segment effectively raises the stakes for their Extreme Rules match. Instead of being an ordinary title defense, it becomes a deeply personal battle of wills, with Bliss trying to exploit Bayley's weaknesses and Bayley's fighting back to prove her strength. No cheesy props or dialogues. I would not do that. By removing the yearbook and first dull props and the bad acting by the NXT bums, the segment would feel more grounded and real, making Bayley's pain more palpable or for the audience. And that's it. That's the way I would rebook it. Um, that's it. I'm gonna post this for Friday. I know I wasn't gonna post a video in December, but fuck it. I'm gonna post this for Friday. Um, so this video will be posted on Friday at 5 o'clock. If you thought I did a good job on this video, leave a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Thanks.